Next on CBS, the people of the United States built these bases to save Saudi Arabia from Saddam Hussein. So why can't U.S. forces use them now? By telephone today, President Bush thanked the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia for what was called Saudi cooperation in the war on terrorism. In disclosing that call, the White House strongly denied reports of serious differences between the two countries. But evidence suggests that the current conflict is straining the U.S.-Saudi relationship.
And there's been no indication, as far as I'm concerned, that the Saudis won't cooperate once they understand exactly our mission.
That's the official word. Behind it is the fact that Saudi Arabia has been a reluctant and at times uncooperative ally. For starters, U.S. fighter jets attacking Afghanistan must launch from sea because the Saudis won't allow them to use their air bases. Those bases were used by U.S. jets to protect the Saudis in the Gulf War, but are now limited to command and control operations.
Where we run into trouble is where we ask the Saudis to associate with us in broad daylight.
Inside Saudi Arabia, King Fahd and the Saudi monarchy worry about becoming more unpopular, and to the U.S., their argument is every act of cooperation with America serves to anger a large segment of Saudi society that has grown more Islamically puritanical and anti-American.
Over the last 10 years, a new radicalism has come to Saudi Arabia, there's no doubt.
Increasingly wary of inflaming these extremists, the Saudi monarchy has yet to cooperate fully with the investigation of the September 11th hijacking suspects, 15 of whom were likely Saudi nationals. And the regime has done nothing to prevent the so-called charities from funneling large sums of money to Osama bin Laden's al-Qaeda organization and other terrorist groups.
In the American media, the Saudi government stands accused of paying off Osama bin Laden, in effect saying, here, you can have this assistance, this aid, but don't cause any trouble in Saudi Arabia. I don't think that has been the case.
Richard Murphy is a former U.S. ambassador to Saudi Arabia. He believes the Saudi government would never knowingly support bin Laden because he is their single greatest threat, intent on their overthrow for allowing an American military presence inside the Muslim Holy Land.
I think the principal concern of the Saudi leadership is the survival of Saudi Arabia, led by the House of Saud.
And their survival is not just in their best interest, but possibly in America's too, because one alternative to the current monarchy might be a generation of bin Laden sympathizers. Just picture a government like the Taliban, controlling 25% of the world's oil.
We know what that breed of holy warrior wants. The resources of Saudi Arabia, tethered to an ambitious bid for power, nuclear weapons, weapons of mass destruction, and the lot.
Stay with us now. The CBS Evening News will continue in just a moment.